Hi, quick update here on the position that we're in. Novavax. Novavax became a very big biotech stock during the pandemic when there was lots of money going into biotech, and during that period leading up into it, we can see that it was probably gamed going into it. Do I think that they knew that there was going to be a pandemic? I don't know, but I do know that people were starting to game stocks. We saw that in GME. Three sorts of liquidity indicators here. The top one is the time-layered liquidity indicator. You can get them all from us at nakeddelta.com. I'll leave something in the tweet at the end of this. And that shows you surface liquidity being the fattest line and the thinnest line being the oldest of the buying, that 500 days, the closest being, or 500 periods, the closest being just 8 periods of moving average. When we see a really tight period like that, it takes a long time. You can see it's taken a long time for this last bit of liquidity die out. And we can see here in the liquidity sentiment, which shows relative liquidity, we can see it came in reasonably loose and it tightened up down to green with lots of buying leading into this event, forcing the market makers to reach to the ask. And here it's loosened up the whole way through, lots and lots of selling because of puts which would have been purchased at the top by people who own the stock and were gaming the situation. Again, we've seen this period come through 23, 24 with lots of the underlying being bought and tightening this market up. They really know that it's worth holding. These people, this is serious business. This is a serious amount of money being held here over not a huge drop, but over a drop of over 50% in the price of the stocks. So they know that it's worthwhile to them. Then we've had a 400% increase here at about May 24, same time as GME was used as a vol off by the market makers when we had compression of vol in the market. And then we've seen it slowly pulled back. Now we've got really quite a flat price discovery and we've had tightening again. Let's just have a look in the back of the market how that looks. So here we've got the short dated options. Here we can see that there's quite a lot of a build of short dated options starting on about the 15th or the 16th. We can see a lot of grunt coming in here, and we then got that price appreciation. When we hit the top of that area on about the 19th and the 20th, we had a whole lot of put sport. So the players in this game, the traders in this game, are making on the up and the down. If we just change that into IV, we can see when the pump was made, when a whole lot of these gamers, here we go, we can see it here, it's on the 15th. This IV here is at 40, which is 4,000%. So very, very high IV. One is 100% IV. So at 4,000%, you can see that the market makers are really, there was a lot of day trading going on in that day. The market makers have tried to shut it down by just increasing the IV to keep people out of that situation. And what it's done is it's forced the market makers to go long a whole lot of stock around the 15th, and then we've seen this come to fruition with these little bounces in price. So here we're looking at one of our charts. There's a lot of information on there. Let's just get rid of the gamma, it's not of much interest. So brown is DPI. We can't really see the price here because its movement is so, the price is here, these little candlesticks. Here again we've got the daily liquidity, and we can see how tight it was during this period of accumulation. We can see this accumulation here. This accumulation is this very high DPI. DPI is dark pool interest, so it's buying in the dark pool, the OTC markets, rather than in the lit markets. And then again, as we've come into this most recent period here, we've seen this. We've seen earnings. And then since earnings in May, we had a lot of option activity associated with earnings, and it's really tightened the market up. We've now got compression in the index, which is going to drive the price. So I'm expecting Novavax to be really a live wire, at least as live as GME, if not liver. It could be the meme stock of this high gamma season, which I will believe will go for at least, we've probably got a window of opportunity of somewhere between 2 and 6 weeks. I hope if you enjoyed our little Novavax update there on what's happening in the back of the market, and have a good 4th of the 6th and end of the week tomorrow's trading. Thank you very much from Bruce from Naked Delta. If you want to use any of our data or use our indicators, please DM me, or you can follow the link at the bottom of the tweet that I will add this to. Thank you very much.